Hey, here's Alex from Black Sheep IT Consulting. Nice to see you on this 22.10 devpops update. So yeah, there's a new version of devpops, your favorite educational Siebel community toolkit for Siebel CRM. If you haven't heard about devpops yet, it's practically a Siebel OpenUI demonstration, and it demonstrates Siebel OpenUI capabilities by creating a developer toolkit. Before we continue, let's read this. devpops is strictly educational. You should not use it in mission-critical environments. Okay, so we have that out of the way. What's new in 22.10? The famous X-ray feature gets an enhancement. There is a new display option for form applets, so you can now choose between replacing the labels, or if your labels are not real labels, then you can show the retrieved values below the controls. For list applets, devpops 22.10 demonstrates an auto resize capability for list columns. This requires some physical renderer changes in either a custom or vanilla physical renderer, so there's some extra work you have to do. And there's a dark mode, or basically a toggle CSS demo, so you can press a button, switch the style sheet, boom. And web tools, well, gets all these features. Gets a list applet feature, to be honest. It doesn't get dark mode. We stretch the pop-up applets by demonstrating a new inject CSS feature. So let's dive into a quick demo. So let's start with the X-ray demonstration. So you will find in the X-ray silent mode options. So when you are in toolbar mode, you can right click the buttons and you can set the options. So there's a new option there, replace label text or show below control for on-screen display. So this applies when X-ray data is displayed on screen. It applies only to form applets. So let's keep replace label text for now, and let's run, for example, the show BC fields X-ray. And there's no change here. The code finds the label, the adjacent label to each control, and replaces the label text with the X-ray data. Okay, let's reset that. And let's change now to show below control. That's the new feature. So save that. And now let's run BC fields again. And as you can see, it has kept the labels as they were, but added a, new DOM element with the same X-ray data below the control. So this is quite convenient if the label capturing doesn't work well, especially if you haven't used the proper control label, but arbitrary labels. So the next feature is the list applet auto resize for list columns. So when you have made the necessary changes in a custom or standard physical renderer, the list applets have a new button. So we choose a tiny, unnerving icon, and this is a button which allows the user to, auto resize the column. So most list applets, when they appear like out of the box or out of the repository, and the developers or the business analysts didn't give information like, okay, what is the default column size? Then it comes out like this. So every column is like the same size, obscuring a lot of information, making it hard to read. And once you press the button, the text is analyzed and the, approximate best size for the column is chosen, and well, the respective resize column event is triggered. So this is also saved in your preferences for later, just as you would manually have resized all the columns. So of course, that's very convenient. It's a nice demo of, well, triggering this very special event. And this works for any list applet, including, for example, pop-ups. So let's try pick applet. And in pick applets, we added something special. So when a pick applet or pop-up applet is open, the list column resizing is triggered automatically. You have seen the list columns are already in perfect shape. So let's try a MVG shuttle. Okay, yeah. And you still have the buttons if you care to press them. Another new feature is the toggle CSS button. So this is a new button you can find in the toolbar or, of course, the menu. Let's switch to the menu real quick. So you have the option X-ray as a menu or X-ray as a button bar as usual. And there's the toggle dark mode command. And what it does is actually switches to another style sheet, which is not really ready to use, but demonstrates the case. Just place a style sheet in your files custom folder and switch from a button click, no themes required, etc. So let's switch back to default. All right. So in Web Tools, we have the same feature because it is enabled in the JQ Grid renderer, the vanilla renderer. The list applets support, well, the auto resizing of list columns. So let's go to maybe another screen here, another view. And yeah, Web Tools also is, well, quite neglecting the real column size. And once you press the button, that's taken care of. And here we are in the workflow editor, and that has a lot of list applets as well, like the well, multi-value property window that has the resizing option as well, and works quite nicely here. Let's go into some input arguments for business service. So especially the pop-ups in Web Tools, they can be quite small. It's hard to read. So let's see how the pop-ups look with the devpops 22.10 enhancement. Nice big pop-ups. They have been stretched by injecting CSS. So even if Web Tools is vanilla, running in vanilla manifest mode, well, we can inject some CSS. That's the demonstration. Make sure you use it carefully. Okay, that's it for devpops 22.10. All the instructions how to update and updated videos are available on GitHub as usual. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye-bye.